Yo, welcome back to the channel.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Are we live?
We're on. We're rolling. The cameras are on. The lights are on.
Wow.
We're
What an honor
recording.
just to sit down with Titus of Mid-Valley Mercenaries.
Carry on. I said,
I never thought I'd be here.
I guess I've been doing videos too long now. I'm saying welcome back to the channel on the podcast. So sorry, guys. Apologize about that. When you're switching between podcasts and YouTube videos, I guess it kind of throws you off a little bit. But now we do have the YouTube channel for the MVM show. So I guess it's fair to say now.
Yeah, like I watched the one the other day with you and Thomas. As I didn't watch it, I listened to it as I was driving to work
on the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
so you just click play and then close the screen.
I don't know
off.
how to use. I mean, I'm not that savvy with all the Spotify windshield wiper fluid, whatever stuff you.
You're are you baby boomer?
Almost.
No,
I'm not a millennial, that's for sure.
Oh, dude. I thought I wasn't a millennial. Someone's like, yeah, you are. I go, no, I've looked it up before. And I looked it again on Google the other day. I'm a stinking millennial.
I'm the Gen Xer, I guess.
Gen X, that's what it is.
Gen X.
No, I say that teasingly about that. But I missed it by like 4 years. So Sarah's actually a Gen X. She's 1980. I'm 1984. I think it starts at 81. So
She got her young one, huh?
I did. She did. I did. She did. you speaking of young, you got how much younger is Tamara than you? 6 years?
5.
Robbing the cradle. Well, how's your day been?
It was pretty good. Not bad.
Just another day.
The time change, it always rocks me, but
does it?
This way is better than the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this way
Do you like the long days?
I do like the long days.
Light. I do too.
Yeah. Get more done, you know?
Yeah. Did anybody try to use the excuse I didn't know about the time change?
No, I think everybody showed up, but it was nice.
Your phone does it for you now.
Like I got to sleep in it. Actually, I feel like I got to sleep in an extra hour.
Even though you didn't?
Yeah, because I'd been going to work an hour early.
Oh, you have been?
Yeah.
Have you been showing up at 6?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
what time
it was a normal time this time. You know, if you
so you're probably getting about 4 now?
No, this morning I got up at 4:30.
4:30.
Yeah.
But did you get there at 6?
I got there 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're like, what? No.
Man, dude. So you get up 2.5 hours before.
Yeah, because I mean, I gotta, do my meditation. On the
throne,
the porcelain. Yeah,
the porcelain throne.
Yeah. Then gotta take a shower. Gotta iron my clothes.
Yeah, that's true. I forget you do all that.
Yeah.
Do you iron your jeans?
I do.
Jeans.
Yeah.
Are they wrinkly? I've never seen a wrinkled pair of jeans.
I don't know. Sometimes they get wrinkly. I guess.
Do you like to fill it? Why do you do that?
I don't know.
You don't even know why you do it. You just do it, huh?
Habit.
Creature of habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get locked into that mode and just do the same thing over again, like a little hamster on a wheel.
It's almost like
it's a ritual.
It is. It becomes something you just got to do.
Yep.
If you miss that, it throws your whole day off.
Yeah, like brushing your teeth.
Yeah. Well. You know what? I didn't even offer you any tea or coffee.
I'm cool.
You don't need no iced tea.
We went out and ate Mexican food.
You guys did? Where'd you go?
Isabella's.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
We went to Josie's. I'm not a big fan.
Okay. Yeah, I like Isabella's.
It's all right. Yeah, Isabella's good. Did you not like that other place? They're just kind of pricey.
No, it's okay. It was okay.
A little pricey.
I like this. I like Josie's better, I guess.
You do?
I don't know why. Yeah.
Okay.
The other one's more like authentic, really like more authentic Mexican food.
What, Isabella's? Or
the other place that we went.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
A little more chili powder. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
well, I guess I didn't mean for us to talk about what we ate for dinner and doing for work, but yeah, it's nonchalant conversation. We were gonna talk about some turkey hunting. I don't know if you would say tactics. Travis doesn't claim to be no turkey slayer or nothing, but he's been hunting long enough and hunted with Jeff. You guys have seen him on the channel. And he's been on the podcast about a year ago if you want to sift back through and look at it. But I think I asked him and he agreed, kind of just talk about our experience at the refuge.
The refuge.
We say refuge, but people are hearing that. I know they're not used to it.
It's the auto tour route of the refuge.
Yes, so you can't ever hunt in this, no matter what time of year it is.
I wish.
Yeah, I know, right? See, the ducks wouldn't be there like that, though, if we could.
That's true.
So it really doesn't matter.
True.
So it's an auto tour route off another refuge that we do hunt. In fact, actually, Travis has never hunted that one. It's more of a local refuge, but anyways, it's how many miles do you think? A couple miles away, probably from the hunting. No, from the hunting refuge.
Oh, well, I haven't hunted it, so I don't know what the relationship is. But maybe
I think it's like 3
mile?
miles.
It's that far?
It's a little ways, dude.
Really?
It is. It's a little ways. I don't know why they separated it so far. Maybe because of shooting going off or something. I don't know, but anyways, I feel like we had a pretty good experience there.
Yeah, I've been out there a few times before, maybe 5 or 6, and I've seen some unique things out there before.
What have you seen out there before?
Well, it's been about 4 years ago. My brother-in-law Jeff was out, and him, Talon, and we went out, and we were looking. We had the binoculars, of course, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna find a Ross goose with a band on it." And so we were scoping around, and pretty soon I found a Ross with a band on it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So of course I'm like freaking out, and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna find one with a collar on it," and
so was there a lot of Ross goose?
There was a ton. There was a lot of Ross. And my brother-in-law Jeff, he's not a duck hunter. He's a turkey hunter. So he was like wondering why I was freaking out over a band. And then I'm gonna find a collar, and sure enough, there was a Ross goose with a collar on it right next to the road. And at the time,
what color was it? Do you remember?
It was a light green color.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was right next to the road. And of course, I just had my cell phone. So I didn't get that great of a shot of the camera of him, but you can see the band on his neck. That was pretty cool. Then I was like, I'm gonna find a blue-faced Ross, and that was all that was out there. There was no snow geese. It was all Ross. Solid Ross, yeah. And sure enough, I found a blue-faced Ross, which some local guys I know that hunt in that area, they've killed several. Or they say there's no true blue Ross. I don't know whether there is or not, but they say they're like hybrids. But it was small. I mean, it was a little bitty joker. Eagle head. I mean, beautiful bird, and I was like freaking out. Just to see those 3 birds, I guess, in one trip was cool for me. But yeah, so
3 birds. What was the other bird?
So it was the banded Ross, the neck collared Ross, and then the blue face.
Yeah. No, that's incredible. Have you always had an experience like that every time you go out there? Do you always
because times I'd been before I didn't take binoculars.
So you just can't
I just drove around like after, a duck hunt or something like that and just drive around in a circle like, oh yeah, that's cool. There's this, but nothing, nothing like extraordinary.
Right.
Where I was like, oh yeah, and start, kind of freaking out.
And I don't know why
I freak out or anything. I'm a calm.
You're very, very calm.
I'm a calm person.
When it comes to waterfowl, that gets your blood boiling.
I mean, even you said like, you don't talk that much. That's just duck hunting, right?
Yeah. Yeah, true. Austin, let's see, I believe it was before season started. I got a picture of it, and he got a great picture with this nice camera of a banded shoveler, Drake shoveler.
The Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail. So if you're looking, I mean, and the thing was with this, I have to give him props for seeing that because it was in deep water and it was feeding.
Oh, okay.
So he only seen it because he just sat there and kept watching. So I'm like, I wonder how long he sat there and looked at every bird and waited for them to dip to see if they had a band. So I thought that was pretty cool that he found something like that. It wasn't like he was standing up on the bank.
Yeah.
And
you go out there and you see all these people, of course, we call them granola people with, these cameras that look like they're going to take a photo of the moon,
Right.
And I don't know. It's like always before you're like, why are these people out there?
I know.
And I've never been so much of a bird watcher as a kid. I mean, there was a canal behind our house, and there was some sewer ponds, and there was tons of cans out there. And I'd always take my bicycle after school and ride out there just to see what I could see. So I guess I've kind of been a bird watcher a little bit, Yeah. But I love birds. I love nature.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've always had that interest, I guess.
Well, that's the part people don't understand that are against hunting and stuff like that. They think it's all about us just kill. And it's like, honestly, if you talk to a lot of hunters, they enjoy watching stuff in the off season just as much as they do during the hunt season.
To me, it's like, especially this time of year, the birds are so beautiful. They're
Yeah.
fully plumed out, you know, and just to watch their mannerisms, you know.
Yeah,
and,
see how they act, what they do.
I mean, that's one of the things. I mean, I love duck hunting. I love killing ducks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I love watching them fly. I mean, just their synchronization, and you know what I'm saying. It's just like it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So I love watching that. You know, just as leisure, something to do as leisure.
Right. No, I'm glad you suggested it because I was like, yeah, I always forget about it. It's not that I don't want to go out there and think about it. I just don't think about it.
And it's so close. I mean, how long does it take to get there from where we're at?
25 minutes.
Something like that.
Yeah,
A relatively short period of time to get over there, you know?
Yeah.
And you can run out there in the evening, and, you know, I thought we were going to spend, you know.
Literally maybe an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Dude, I didn't realize. Did you realize how long we were out there?
I knew we were out there a while, but not that long, you know?
You know, and the only reason I knew is because I had seen the timestamps on when I did the first video.
Yeah.
And when I took the last one, I was like, holy moly, we were there for over 4 hours. And Taylor she was fine too. She didn't, I mean, she may have later said she was.
You know, I think at first she was, I mean, she hit that point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where she's like, okay, it's another duck or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's just started duck hunting. I mean, she's went with me, you know, since she was little.
Right.
But I don't know how she's been hunting. Well, last year was her second junior hunt.
Mm-hmm.
When we started seeing what we saw, you know, then she started getting
back into
it. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that was cool.
Yeah. So I mean, so what happened, guys? If you're totally in the dark right now about we just put a video out on the channel today. I was using my scope cam with my Leopold scope with my iPhone 11 and hooking it up to there and just scrolling through the birds. Travis was looking through with his binoculars. I kind of was too, but I was trying to just get some film, you know.
And he didn't bring his good camera.
Yeah, like, which actually later I said that, but it really wouldn't matter because I couldn't
zoom to that effect.
so close like that. I don't think.
Exactly.
Maybe the raw or the spec, but so anyways, we get there to the auto tour place where it's local to us, and we drove in, birds everywhere. And let's see, when we first got there, we mainly seen snows.
Yeah,
where the Ross geese were at later.
And there was quite a few cinnamons in there.
Yeah, a lot.
And that's what made note of. There was, you know, a lot of cinnamons.
Just red and just dark maroon red.
Beautiful birds.
Yeah. And seeing that, and even then we weren't really, I don't know what we were looking for.
We were looking for bands.
Yeah, we were kind of scanning quick.
They were standing that water, and I was looking for collars on anything, but
yeah,
didn't really see anything.
Because what's so funny, there really wasn't a lot of Ross geese there at the time. No,
there was all snows. There was
all snows.
Predominantly snows.
Same
And specs. Yeah.
So then we kind of just were creeping, stop. I'd film a little bit, and then Travis you'd be looking through with the binoculars, and then...
You spotted the first kind of oddity for the area.
Did I?
Yeah, the blue wing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the only one we saw.
We didn't get any footage of him, but...
I didn't. I'm kicking myself now. He was moving really fast, and
beautiful bird, though.
Yeah,
I mean, full crescent on his face. And I mean, we've killed. I mean, I think for us, we've killed quite a few blue wings. The group that we hunt with,
especially in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
because before I never
even seen a blue wing when I was younger, and I started hunting when I was 9, and then I kind of quit till I was about 16. But
you didn't really have that long of a gap then. In all reality,
no,
you've been going ever
years,
since.
Yeah.
Did you miss a little bit when you were in college and all that stuff?
I did. Yeah, there was a few years I didn't hunt because I was in college. Just didn't have the time or the resources to do it.
Yeah.
And,
but I mean, all that time, did your Uncle Randy ever shoot a blue wing? Probably not.
No.
Did he hunt for a long time, or was he just kind of?
You know what? I don't really know. I mean, he hunted, but and he hunted the refuge system a little bit. But I mean, he wasn't like I would say a diehard duck hunter per se, but he did duck hunt for a couple years quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's the one that took me initially when I was 9, and then I hit that spot where like he kind of stopped going, and I didn't go, and I would have probably never duck hunted again if it wasn't for my brother-in-law, you know, hitting me up like, hey, let's go duck hunting, and
that's funny.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have. I mean, I liked it. I remember I liked it as a kid. I never killed anything.
What clicked in your head?
You know, I don't know. We went out there, and I just remember. We didn't know where to go. Like I said, we had cheap waders. I mean, horrible. Like garbage bags would have worked just as good. And we didn't kill a single bird the first time we went. But I seen a flock of cinnamons, and just something about it just clicked, and I was like,
that's it.
I was on to it.
And you didn't even kill a bird.
I don't know what it was, but yeah. I became Obsessed.
Addicted.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better word.
But yeah, so we were going along that spot, and then we'd seen all those
Well, then we saw the
geese. We saw
the gadwall had that. Did you notice that
no
again in the video?
no. First we seen. Okay, so we went in there. We seen the specks and snows. We went a little bit, and then there was all those geese on that levee. Right? Remember that? And I'm like,
okay, but before that is when I seen the
you seen the blueing.
Okay,
you seen the blueing, and then we went down a little bit further, and I'm like, look at that little bird right there.
Yeah,
and I was kind of like tripping out, and like, I don't know if you guys were even like interested in it.
No, I was.
At first, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kept seeing this little birdie, he'd fly up and he'd go back down.
Because I noticed, after you said I noticed him, I was like,
go back up and go back down, and I was like, and I've seen those birds before. I didn't know what they were called, but I've seen them before, and they kind of have that. It's kind of a characteristic of what they do. They'll sit on a little branch, they'll fly up, and they go back to that branch. They'll do that, go back and forth, and do that over and over again. And that thing kept flying up, and I'm like, that's not normal. I've never seen. I mean, it
was stark white.
I've watched all kinds of birds. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
It's not just ducks or geese or whatever. Any kind of bird, I've watched them and observed them, and I was like, there's something different about that bird. I go, that's like an albino or something weird about that bird. And I was trying to get you guys' attention, like, hey, check that thing out. And we started watching it, and then like, maybe it's a blackbird or whatever, but I didn't even know what it was even after we left.
Yeah,
and then not until you told me today what it was.
So we didn't know if it was a sparrow, a albino sparrow, or an albino blackbird. But after we put the video out today, and you guys, if you're listening to this, I know if you're not big YouTube guys, I completely understand. But for reals, if you guys like anything about waterfowl, you really should just go watch it. I do a little bit of a voiceover, but it's not like, it's literally straight up film of birds. And what happened was when people saw, I've got multiple emails, I'll show them to you. People were emailing me saying, dude, that's been on the San Luis complex, whatever, which covers quite a bit of, I guess, different refuge or areas, whatever. And they're like, that's on their Facebook page and maybe Instagram, I'm not sure. And that bird. And it's a black Phoebe. So it's a black Phoebe, if I'm saying that right. I think that's what it's called, black Phoebe. And they're like a grayish, blackish bird with the white, with kind of like creamy.
They remind me of a ringneck, the coloration. You know, I don't know.
But lighter though, because remember.
Yeah, they're not dark like that, but it's got that line across its chest that differentiates the top of them from the bottom, and that white. I don't know. They've always just reminded me of.
That's true. I guess
I'm saying like a ringneck.
Yeah, we're looking at a picture of it right now. So I guess it is pretty white on the stomach. But yeah, its whole chest and head
is dark
and wings and tails,
purplish, blackish, whatever color. Yeah,
super dark.
Yeah,
and this thing was stark white.
And they had like a
reddish,
like a cape, like a red, almost like
a reddish cape. Yeah, with red eye, which I say red eyes, but you really couldn't.
No, I could just see that like a redness of its face. I guess I don't know. We were far away and.
Yeah, so it was kind of nice to get a little confirmation that some biologists were actually, that's what they said it was. So it's not Titus and Travis and Talon out there just making up stuff. I mean, legitimately, they have, I don't know if they have pictures of the black Phoebe, but they're like, oh, it's going around. And then, so we seen that, and I got some video of that. So if you guys want to see that, and actually, I'm pretty sure that Gadwall was before that.
No, because remember he was at the end.
He was
at the end.
So what did we see after that black Phoebe?
So that's when we seen
the albino and black Phoebe.
We seen the Gadwall that.
Okay.
You know.
Could you tell how good on the video how white that ring was on his neck?
You know what? I didn't really pause at that thing because I kind of like hopped forward because I experienced it. So I hopped forward to the the other stuff. But yeah, I mean, I've never shot. Have you shot a Gadwall with a white ring? I mean, I've seen them.
Well,
on different forums and stuff. But
that hunt, the best refuge hunt of the season, that one had a half around the front. Remember? I'm actually kicking myself now that I didn't keep him, freeze him to mount. Yeah. Really, actually kicking myself.
And it's weird what Gadwalls. I mean, I've seen them with black rings. I've seen them with white rings. And then you've seen some that, I don't know, they call them purple-headed Gadwalls, where the top of their head
Thomas
is just...
kind of shot one similar.
I mean, like crazy purple color, you know? And I've never shot one of those.
I would love to shoot one with that.
Yeah.
Real iridescent head. But that was, I don't know. I know everyone calls it, they're gray ducks and people, they don't think nothing of them. But I mean, just little oddities like that, like that green wing teal that you shot with the white ring.
You know, I pulled that out the other night. I was kind of going through some birds, looking at them.
Are you gonna mount it?
Yeah, eventually,
sometime. Or not?
Yeah, and I was like, man, that thing is more dominant than I thought. You know what? It's not just like a little ring. It's like
I know, dude.
It's pretty dominant.
Yeah, you know
So
what?
that's cool.
You know what?
I
If
don't
you
know.
lost that thing and didn't mount him 10 years down the road, you're like, man, I wish I saw that bird.
Yeah.
You would.
I have a bird. I have one bird in my history that I wish I could have captured.
What was that again?
Eurasian widgeon.
Oh man, yeah.
And it wasn't plumed out. It was a young bird. But these widgeon came in. I think there was 2 or 3 widgeon, and I shot one. I went and picked it up, and I didn't even know what. At that time, I mean, I hadn't been hunting that long.
Mm.
I knew it was different. I knew it was a widgeon. It didn't look like anything else, but I didn't know it was Eurasian widgeon until I took it up to the check station. Like, oh, that's a Eurasian widgeon. And I kept that thing in my freezer probably for 10 years till my mom got tired of
Kicking
it.
yourself now.
When I was a kid, you know. And
You may never even see one again, let alone shoot one.
yeah.
Unless we go over to Europe.
Or up to
Something-
Alaska or somewhere. Where
Yeah.
There may be a little bit more of them, but yeah. So that was my only odd bird that I've shot. Well, I shot that other one too, but yeah. So we seen that gadwall, and then
What was after that? I'm trying to remember.
well, that was on the back side of it. We went down there.
Okay, then I saw that mallard, which there was hardly no mallards.
There was hardly any mallards.
That's
there.
what I was telling on that video. I was like, there was
Yeah.
only a few,
There
like
was
literally a
hardly any.
handful,
Yeah.
not even a dozen. Maybe we seen
Yeah.
the whole time, and then of course on that side was tons of shovelers, mainly and coots, basically, and some gadwall, and then we walked up the Dillon.
Yeah. What was funny is I'll interject here. Later in that day, a guy that I know that hunts at refuge quite a bit, he called me up. And he's like,
Really? After we left?
Yes, he was
What's
there
the
right
odds
after
of that?
us.
Nuh-uh.
And- yes, and he's like, dude, you're never gonna believe what I saw today. And I'm like, I go, I think I know what it is. I go, we were out there just because he was out there after us, and I go, and he goes, it was a Brewers duck, and I'm like, yeah, I'll show you a picture of it, but yeah, that we walked up on that thing, that Outlook thing, and I looked over there, and there's there was like 5 or 6 gadwalls sitting on that thing, all resting, and I'm like,
I'm
like, look at that.
I'm in the men's room.
yeah, I'm like, there's a Drake mount.
Enjoying, dude. I can hear ducks in the background. I'm just enjoying myself on the toilet out there in nature. Literally so peaceful. I thought, you know what, this might be a good place for me to come if I just want to get away.
And they had hand sanitizer there. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't find hand sanitizer anywhere.
So
it's out
hand
there.
sanitizer. It's clean. Whoever they ever take care of, they keep it really clean.
Yeah.
Just go out there with my baby wipes and just relax. If I need to get away from it all, just go out there and I can hear mallards quacking
geese,
and geese. And I'm only like 10 minutes deep into this relaxing
minutes, yeah.
session.
Dude was going to stay out there
that's
all
a
day
20
long.
That's a 20-minute session. If I walk in that bathroom, I'm in there for 20 minutes. Read the news, clip my fingernails. I don't know. Look up the latest scores. I don't know what. But yeah. Guys, hurry up. Gotta hurry up. Come over here. I don't remember what you exactly said. You're yelling at me.
Well, okay, here's the thing. That thing would not lift his head up.
I know.
And I'm looking at him, and I could see the tertials on the back of it. And when I first seen it, I'm like, Drake Mallard. He was just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, there's a Drake Mallard. And I looked at other stuff for a little bit, and then just something about it, I don't know, clicked in my head, and seeing the tertials on there, I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
No way. And he was close. He was just sitting there, and his head was tucked under his wing.
Oh, he was completely
And he was
tucked
just
in.
sitting there, and I looked at him with the binoculars, and I could just, those little subtle characteristics, you know what I'm saying?
Differences.
I could see him, the little
oddities and
the characteristics of a gadwall, but you know what I'm saying, that the characteristics of a mallard at the same time, like, no way, there's a Brewers duck right there.
So of course I snap speedily.
Yeah, I'm yelling at him. I ran over there once or twice.
Well, once
like,
you said what it
"Hurry
was,
up,
you go,
there's
it's
a
a
Brewers duck.
it's a
And I'm-
Brewers
and I'm
duck.
thinking,
I go,
nobody's
what?
gonna believe me. You're running the camera.
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody's gonna believe me. This thing's gonna be gone. It's gonna get
I
up
know.
and fly away.
Well, that's why I hurried up, dude, because I was like, that thing's gonna fly away before I get this on video. I knew you knew what you were talking
I
about.
kept smelling something afterwards. I mean,
Hey, the Brewers are Brewers duck. I had time to wash my hands.
that was funny. But I was like, man, this water stinks out here.
Sewer water.
But yeah,
No,
he was
then-
sitting there and he would not lift his head up.
And then, here's the kicker with this whole situation is, okay, I spent a lot of money on this Leopold scope, like spotting scope, nice spotter, good money. And I actually got a discount because I used a friend's guy discount. Anyways, the stupid thing wouldn't focus. That's why if you guys watched it, some of it weren't sharp. They were still pretty good. I think everything was pretty good. But like I wanted that sharp image, especially someone that films. It's like, nothing better than a sharp crystal clear. And the problem was he was so close. How close do you think he was if we were at the end of the dock? 25,
30, maybe
25, 30 yards.
Yeah, max.
Sitting on this long. I mean, what a photographer or filmer would want.
Yeah.
And the stupid thing wouldn't focus that close.
And the thing was, is there was people out there with cameras. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm thinking, they have no clue.
Like, are these birders? Do they even know this is a hybrid? You know what I'm saying? That's like a bird that you and I will probably never see in our lifetime again. You know, unless it's some breeder in a pen somewhere. But in the wild, and he was just sitting there.
Yeah, just sitting there. And so I was so frustrated because, okay, his head was tucked, number one. Number two, I could not get it focused. It was so blurry. I was like, there's no way I'm going to video something this rare and have a blurry film. So what I did is I ended up pulling a piece of that scope out where it was just kind of hanging. And somehow that focal distance made it focus. But then I was freehanding. I was like shaking because it was zoomed in. So I'm kind of like semi-shaking. And then you start grabbing rocks. Okay, get his head up. And you're
I mean, of course I didn't want to scare him. I was just trying to get his attention.
Like little pebbles.
Pebbles and just throwing them out in the water to try to get his head up.
Finally.
And he lifted it up for that momentary second.
Literally, what, 5 seconds?
Yeah, and then stuck his head right back down.
Oh, man. Did you get to see it with your binoculars?
Oh, when he lifted his head up? Yeah. I was looking through it.
Because I knew you had the rock, so you had to...
Yeah, I was looking through it right at that time when he lifted his head up. And I was just like, oh, man, he's a beautiful one.
Yeah, that was cool. That was super cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was like, you know, you think you're like... Of course, you're looking at all these birds looking for oddities or whatever because some of the stuff kind of like stands out. But like, he would not have stood out if he wasn't... we would have never seen him if he wasn't that close.
Right.
Yeah. So that was cool.
Yeah.
And then we got in an argument. Remember that?
Argument? About what?
Remember we were driving those little green wings? We're sitting on that clump of stuff right there. We're like looking out there.
Dude,
and I'm like,
no, I wasn't arguing that. That's okay. I kind of was at first, but dude, I have shot some green wing. I mean, even he's really drab, but see how he comes down and goes back. Know. So I'm like,
I'm not even sure if it was, but he looked.
It probably was.
It kind of stood out to me, I guess.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And so I don't know. I think it was an Aleutian green wing.
Yeah,
because it was pretty dominant.
No, Eurasian. You said Eurasian, I thought.
What did you say?
Aleutian?
No, not Aleutian. What do they call them?
Eurasian? It's a Eurasian.
It's a Eurasian green. Yeah.
They have real dominant stripes like this. No, he did. I mean, you look him up, he's exactly identical to what they look like. So it probably was.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you're right, though, because I'm trying to think looking at this one.
Because he had that real dominant around the green. It was solid white.
Yes.
And he had like a white. He had a white. I thought he had like white in here somewhere.
I thought it was just kind of, it was definitely not normal.
Yeah, we didn't film him or nothing.
I should have.
Yeah, you didn't believe me though.
But if I would have got out, he would have flew. We were so close.
Oh yeah, we were close. He was really
He's 15 yards.
And it would have been hard too because with that spy
that lady
scope,
was behind us too.
Yeah, that spy scope the way it was to get a focus on him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That was frustrating, especially when you spend that money. I'll have to send that scope back in. But so basically that was the end of the water.
Yeah,
pretty much. There was some field where snow geese go, but there was none in it. There was feathers everywhere.
Yeah,
and our plan was to leave.
Yeah,
I think we had been there for about
sandhills
2.5, 3 hours at this point.
Yeah,
and we're rolling out of here. What made us go back around?
You were like, "You want to go again?" I'm like, I don't know. And there was like some people up on that.
I think it was because swarms were dropping down.
Yeah, there was a lot of geese coming in there.
And this time it was Ross.
Yeah, we were wanting to find a net caller, I think.
That's what it was. I was like, okay, let's just go. So basically, where we went and parked again was pretty much where the exit is.
Yeah.
So we had drove around the whole thing. We had already done it once. But all these Ross were dumping in. We're like, let's find a caller. I go, I want to find a caller or a band. Like, I can't believe thousands of geese here. We have not found a band or a caller. And it's easy to find on Ross or Snow because they're so white.
And actually, I did see one when we were looking.
A caller?
No, a band.
A band, yes.
As they were dropping down, it was, looking through the binoculars, I could just see it right there on his leg.
Yeah. And of course, they were
landing. And
they
landed in the middle of all the other ones. So
of course, you're never going to find
differentiate one out of a
You think we could have found it again?
No, because he dropped around in the middle of all those other ones.
So anyways, we pull up. Travis gets out and goes leaning over the bench. There's a picnic table there. And I think I was in the truck still, just looking through my binoculars.
Yeah.
I was leaning. All of a sudden, I seen that bird right when we got there. I bet you did too. I bet you glanced right at him and just thought snow.
I kind of started. I was like, okay, I'm gonna systematically divide this up. And
is that what you were doing?
I started on the far right and was working my way left, and then you chimed in.
Yeah,
there's a leucistic, and I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Sorry, Don. I do that to you, but you do it to me just as much.
This guy don't know what birds he's looking at.
Whatever. Daddy knows. So, anyways, I think I seen him. I actually seen him with the naked eye. He wasn't that far. He's obvious.
Yeah.
He was obvious.
Well, once you see him,
you need binoculars.
Yeah.
But I see him with the naked eye, and I kind of whatever, another snow. So I got my binoculars. Now I got out, got on the picnic table, was sitting by you, and I was just leaned over. I don't know why. I went back down to him again, and I looked at him, and then I looked up at the snows right above, or the Roskies. Back down, up. I was like, dude, something. What's going on? Why is a snow goose in the middle of all these specks?
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking, I go, oh my goodness, that's a leucistic. And then what really kicked me into knowing it was leucistic, number one, it didn't have red eyes like an albino.
Yeah.
It wasn't stark white, it was cream.
Cream.
Just like your leucistic green wing.
Yeah.
Then to confirm it was a speck and not a snow, he had the dominant white front right there behind his bill. I go, dude, it's a leucistic speck. What? You're a what? Dude, right there. And then I went and ran back there because I was confident.
Well, here's the thing. He can fly at any moment. And it's like, I know. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure,
you guys
Titus.
said you seen that. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So that's why I'm so glad he didn't take off. A few times he kind of was looking like he was.
Yeah, and other geese would take off. And I'm like, oh, no, there he goes. There he goes. He's going to be gone. And he hung around.
And it was nice, too, because, dude, if you look at all the other birds, they were all crossing each other and walking around. He was by himself.
Yeah, and he wasn't covered up. I mean,
he wasn't covered up by any of the birds.
Yeah.
Maybe for a little bit there. I didn't put that in the video, but
yeah.
Dude, it was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And I Googled Leucistic Specklebelly Goose, Leucistic White Front Goose. Nothing on there like that.
I don't, even on the forums that I go on for taxidermy and stuff like that.
Yeah, nothing.
I don't remember seeing one.
Dude, they had here. Let me look.
I've seen honkers with it. Green wing teal.
Well, there's a lot.
I know mallards. They got the blonde mallard, but I guess that's a form of leucism. Specks.
So, can you see those pictures?
Yeah.
There's some on. So like, it's not. Hold on. It's not even the same thing. Oh man, I just messed that up. See, now my pictures pop. That's funny because my picture's popping up in there, in this Google search.
Huh.
But anyways, they're like, people are trying to call this, and it probably is a form of leucism, but like that Canada goose right there.
Yeah.
They're trying, which does look like it. See how it's that creamy color?
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's got the dark head. Yeah.
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 Right here. Oh, look at this one. This one's cool right here. This one's got, his body is
but his
leucistic, but his head's not.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like even his legs, look at how they're kind of.
One of the, who was that? I can't remember. One of the taxidermists I followed,
Here's
he
another
mounted a honker. Or it was like a cackler or something. Was leucism.
But nothing like this one, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's like,
Yeah. Crazy.
And I don't know if it's more rare to see a leucistic bird or an albino bird. I don't really know. But it's trippy. It's trippy. If you just put in leucism, it will pull up all the Google images. Humans have it.
Oh, really?
Not where they are. Have you seen somewhere that's white or they're losing pigmentation?
Yeah.
This is they're like, I feel weird even saying it's like their skin's like cream color. Their hair's cream colored. Their eyes are like this insane, like light, creamy blue. Everything. It's weird. It's trippy.
And it can happen
I've
humans.
seen that lions, like African lions, have got it. Crocodiles. It's weird. Seriously, I don't even like looking at that.
Yeah, but that bird was beautiful. I mean, because there was hardly any. It was almost all that color. It wasn't like partial or anything. Watching the video, because I could watch bigger than what I could see it. There was a little bit on the back of his neck. There was a little bit of that, the darker like brown, but 99% of that bird was solid light color. Oh wow!
Like even that zebra.
Yeah, a snake.
Yeah, pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah. Just it's a form of albinism, right? I think.
Well,
it's a form of an albino.
I wrote this down for earlier for the video, but it's a condition in which there's partial loss of pigmentation. So it's not always a full thing, but a lot of these pictures are full. In an animal, which causes white, pale, or patchy coloration of the skin, hair, feathers, scales, or cuticles, but not the eyes. So I guess it is almost the same thing. It just doesn't affect the eyes. I need to look up is it albinism? Is that how you say it?
Albinism, like albino, yeah.
I need to look.
There's like deer that are piebald, so I don't know what that, because they're like white in different colors. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be like partially, it almost look like a palomino horse.
Yeah.
Deer, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll be like really white and then darker colored, like normal. But one thing with that green wing that I shot, the feathers, it doesn't have the strength, I don't think, either of the other ones, because that green wing, her wingtips were frayed because they're not as strong. They don't have the rigidity
like a normal
feather. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So with that oddity comes probably some negative things, I'm sure, in health. I wonder if they live as long, like.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think those other specs were not buying because of that?
But they were right there, you know what I'm saying?
They were, but I mean,
and you wonder if those can, if the I guess they probably could breed. I don't know with birds, and two, I was always wondering with birds, because like I've only seen it in female birds that I've seen. Well, like I've seen a pintail that had it, not in person, but a leucism.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not in person, but in a picture. And then that green wing that I shot, and then one of my, I did a bird for a guy that he shot one that had it. And of course I've seen like blonde mallards, but they're always like hens that I've seen. But I'm sure a drake could get it too.
We kind of passed something up, I guess. Well, not really. We also saw, we didn't see it. I got it on film. We're not 100% sure, but it looks like that hen shoveler has a band.
Yeah.
Too.
And two, when you're focused on one bird, you kind of like ignore the other ones, and especially like shovelers. It's not like
a hen shoveler. Yeah, hen shoveler.
Yeah.
But they're standing up on the bank, so I guess we technically, you saw a band, and then that one we got it on film. I was like, there's got to be some things in this film we're gonna miss that someone can catch, because people are good at that,
Yeah.
So that was pretty neat to go back. I think that was like minute 8:47. But anyways, got the Brewers Duck on film. Got the Specklebelly, that little Leucistic Specklebelly.
Yeah,
the thing we really missed, Albino Black Phoebe.
In some areas, I guess it's not an oddity, but for here, it's kind of rare, but becoming less rare is the blue wing. Yeah, it's the only thing we didn't get.
Yeah, well, even the guys that get a lot of them, they don't see them plumed out. It's not like they. Maybe in Texas. Maybe.
Probably in Texas or
Texas, I would say. But I'm saying like Nebraska, I just went and shot 24 of them.
Yeah,
but
I mean early season.
But they don't see them again. They never see a plumed out.
They're gone.
So I'm sure, like they would love to shoot one like that too.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that the cinnamons kind of would move through quicker, but I guess this year I've seen more cinnamons late in the season.
Yeah,
hunting. I mean, I didn't see anything early season. It was all late season then.
Now there's a lot of we'd see more blue wings. I don't really understand why.
Yeah, and there wasn't a ton of green wings either.
There was hardly none. Yeah, it was mainly all cinnamons.
And we had went there.
I'm not complaining.
Tamara and I went there 2 or 3 weeks before. We had drove through. I didn't have binoculars, but I didn't see a single green wing when we went through there. Of course, I wasn't stopping as much. We were kind of just driving, and I stopped a few times. Didn't see any like oddities or anything.
I mean, we were just kind of, and to wrap that up, we just were in awe. I don't know, maybe we sat there and watched that spec for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we watched the gadwall a long time, the spec a long time, and I don't know, time kind of just flew by. Quick.
It did. So we enjoyed it, and just kind of wanted to share with you guys what we've seen and kind of the experience, and kind of just throw it out there for you guys to go ahead and check that out. You really should. Just go to Mid-Valley Mercenaries, type it in YouTube, and it'll be like the newest video. And on the front, it has the cover of the video as a white goose, so to speak. It's a Leucistic Specklebelly Goose. It says it right in front. Got a red arrow pointing to it. Check it out.
One of the points you made too was really good. I think it's a good idea. Is if someone's relatively new to hunting, is to go out there, just watch the birds, and you get familiar with seeing them, and bird identification. You'll see them in flight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the birds are not. I mean, of course, you can't feed them bread, but they're not afraid as much.
Right. Especially if you stay in your car.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just like, oh, okay, whatever. They'll swim a little ways, but you get some really close up for bird identification. Of course, you can go on Google and stuff like that, which back in the day when I started,
It's still
we didn't have
different,
that.
though, when you watch them fly, though.
Bird and flight, you can pick up their wing patterns.
That's
and
really
things
where
like that.
people, I think, have a hard time.
Yeah.
And then just seeing them sit there. But, I mean, there was birds flying all over the place, and you could just test somebody, like take a young guy out there, a young girl, and say, okay, what is that? If they're flying around, watch them, just watch them. Because, Jake being someone, this is second year? Yeah, second year. And he goes, man, I can tell now. He was calling him out. I was like, dude, that's good. But it takes a little time, and you got to want to try to learn. Because, dude, it wasn't until I was quite a bit older before I started. Remember? I don't know if you remember that. I really wasn't that good at identifying because I didn't really try. I was just like, it's a duck.
Yeah.
I know what a duck is. I'll just shoot it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Then
you shoot too many of the wrong thing. Okay.
Well, you know what I mean.
Like what a mallard is.
Well, yeah. I mean, I knew the basics, but I mean, to know them way out by when they're still gray looking because they're so far, but you can tell by the shape of the wing or the body or the neck,
Yeah.
That's what I mean, like really out there.
Yeah.
And you were always, but if you guys don't, Travis, he has freak eyesight for reals. Like I come to the conclusion, me and Thomas were talking, it's like, dude, it's not natural. Like you have a above average eyesight for long distance for sure. It's not normal because honestly, I used to get irritated because it's like, dude, you are full of it, but you really legitimately see. Like I'm like, because certain things have happened where I can tell you really see because you can call it out how it is, and you're like, man, he has to really see it to be able to do that. So you just have an extremely, really good far vision.
Yeah, I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
The close is not what it was, but
struggling with that.
As long as I can see a long ways away.
Yeah. I literally, we went to Washington. You were seeing him out there before than any of us could. And I have 20/20. So you just have some weird long distance vision.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then you got to tell him you're without glasses or he's blind as a bat. We didn't even realize
he
that.
Didn't hurt my eyes, yeah.
We didn't realize that.
We went through a drive-through and it's literally 20 feet away, the signs. And the letters like this big. And he's like, I can't read that. I'm like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, but we were giving him a hard time. How'd you not see that? Now we're like, oh, no wonder. He can't see it.
Yeah.
So it's amazing he seen the birds he did see. But anyways, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. One's a little bit of talking about some of our adventures, and I kind of just wanted to put it out there to you guys too. Like go check that out.
Yeah,
I really think
cool
you'll enjoy it.
Just to see something.
It's
like
not
that,
me showing my face and us blabbing our mouths. I mean, you can hear us in the background. We're kind of talking trash.
I heard something on there. And like, yeah, you got to put that in there.
Is that why you're trying to get me back by talking about me sitting in the toilet?
No.
Hey, I thought it was funny, dude. I just was rolling. I was like, Travis, roll the window up. I mean, down. You stink, man. You're like, I don't know where the keys are at. I was like, you sorry, dog. But no, we always have a good time and always laugh. It's always drama when we're together, but that's just the way we are. It's fun being that way. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't, please give us a rating and review on iTunes. And I do want to say, if I can find my phone. I don't know where I set my phone.
I can call it. Is a ringer on?
I think it's in the bathroom. I think it's sat right
in the
there.
Meditation room. Huh?
So it's all right. Don't worry about it. But you guys, I want to say thank you for writing the reviews that you guys do. I don't probably say it enough, but I mean, if you guys aren't downloading these and listen to these and find interest, I mean, just kind of doing it for no reason. I mean, I enjoy sitting around and talking to people, new people, or even friends, whatever it may be, just to capture all those memories on.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
something to go back. You never know one day,
Yeah, over time, you forget like little details sometimes,
you do. So that's probably good that we do that. And I wish we would have did it more during the hunt season. But you already did, and you're like, you know. But really, if you documented it, I think later on you'd go back and it'd be more interesting than you think it is at the moment.
Yeah, it's like a live journal almost.
It is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, maybe if it wasn't that good of a hunt, he's like, what is there to talk about? But right now, we were like, wish we could be out there just having a 1 or 2 bird day.
I was getting pretty warm right now, though.
I know. Travis totally shuts down about anything to do with duck hunting when it gets hot.
Yeah, but turkey season's coming.
It is. Hopefully I can go a few times and get some of that on film. But anyways, guys, thanks for writing the reviews and rating us. And if you can, go on there, give us 5 stars if you're listening on iTunes. And we're on Stitcher, Spotify. We got the YouTube channel now. If you guys want to do it that way, watch it, listen to it, whatever. What else? I don't know. And pretty much all other podcast platforms. So check it out. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.